Britney Spears praises Pamela Anderson for being a sex idol and hails her sons for defending her, even if Britney's sons choose not to meet mom due of risque posts. Britney Spears praised Pamela Anderson in an Instagram message that she posted briefly on Thursday. The 41-year-old pop star's post, which was swiftly deleted, lauded Anderson for being a sex symbol during the height of her Baywatch stardom, and Britney added that the actress was still a sex symbol years later. Britney became more serious in her lengthy caption, saluting the 55-year-old actress' sons Brandon Thomas Lee, 26, and Dylan Jagger Lee, 25, whom she shares with her ex-husband Tommy Lee. Pamela's sons have recently spoken out in her defense ahead of the release of the new Netflix documentary Pamela, A Love Story, and they have also spoken out against the Hulu drama Pam and Tommy, which their mother disapproved of. Britney's statements complimenting Pamela's sons come as her own sons Sean, 17, and Jaden, 16, have chosen not to visit her in recent months, citing Britney's strange and occasionally risque social media posts. According to their father Kevin Federline, "I'm such a fan of Pamela Anderson." Britney began her lengthy caption, which was attached to a seemingly unrelated black and white photo from 1941 by D.H. Calcraft that showed a group of children chalking up a sidewalk. "She was the only sex icon at one time in America, and she still is," the singer-songwriter gushed. "I really respect the fact that her children stood up for her," relating to the fact that people were trying to sell her story from the past. She continued, "They said, why the hell bring up things that happened 20 years ago if that really messed up my mom?" Britney mentioned a comedic TV comparison, which appeared to be a reference to Pam and Tommy, which starred Lily James's sex tape, era Pamela, while Avengers and Game star Sebastian Stan played Tommy Lee. He went on to say because of the embarrassment she went through a very dark period in her life. "I mean, when I read that, I was like, damn." The singer continued, noting a connection between herself and Pam. "With 4 documentaries released about me last year with people I adore speaking about my past, that alone was almost as hard as what I went through in my past," she continued. As usual, her caption turned into a rebuke of her father Jamie Spears and her brother Brian. She appeared to call out her father for "tack over for 15 years of my life." Britney also blasted Brian for thinking that time was really good for our family. "I'm sure it was. Giving me way too much work while they had their meetings," she wrote. "I know I've spoken about this a couple of times, but 15 years is an extremely long time. So Pamela taught me an idea that people should support you exactly where you are in that point of your life," she wrote, returning to the subject of Pamela Anderson. Britney then asked if embarrassing her and bringing up her history makes other people, and my family subconsciously and covertly feel better about themselves. The response is a resounding yes. She continued by criticizing the latest surge of documentaries, calling them very embarrassing. "It felt almost illegal, but you know what they say, after we all die, chill out and let it go." Britney mentioned Pamela's son with approval after the two openly defended their mother. Dylan remarked in the new documentary that Pam and Tommy, developed by Robert Siegel and starring Seth Rogen, was done in horrible taste and poorly put together from a storytelling standpoint. "Why bring up something from 20 years ago that you know messed up someone?" Dylan stated. "It was the darkest part of her life, and transforming it into a semi-comedy didn't make sense." Brandon, who made headlines in 2018 after a battle with his father, stated in the documentary that he wishes his mother had earned the money by agreeing to license the tape. "She could have gained millions of dollars if she had only signed a piece of paper," Brandon explained. "Instead, she sat back with nothing and watched her career wither away. She has been in debt for the whole of her life." Dylan believes her life and career would have taken a different path if she had cashed in on the tape. "It just shows you, right?" he added. "That stuff was sure to make individuals millions of dollars, and she was like, no. She is completely concerned about her family's well-being and mine. I was never concerned with money." Brandon told Extra that his mother was illegally underpaid during her tenure on Baywatch from 1992 to 1997. "When I go back and look at old sales and residual checks, people are astonished to learn how others took advantage of her. It was a young lady making a horrible deal on a popular show at the time, and she was the biggest star," he explained. "A lot of individuals made a lot of money from it. Folks are going to have their day when we come knocking," he stated. "When she earns $4,000 per year from Baywatch, that is illegal." While Britney was encouraged by Pamela's children's reaction to recent press, their behavior looked to contrast with her own children, Sean and Jaden's, less than supportive public attitude. Britney's ex-husband Kevin Federline said in August that the boys were keeping their distance. "The lads have agreed not to see her right now," he explained. "They haven't seen her in a few months. They decided not to attend her wedding. This whole thing has been tougher to watch, harder to live through. Harder to watch my boys go through than anything else," he went on, ostensibly referring to Britney's numerous strange posts. It's been difficult. It is the most difficult thing I have ever had to accomplish in my life. However, Britney's semi-nude Instagram photos after her conservative presidency, which became even more regular around that time, seems to have made it impossible for the lads to spend time with her. I attempt to explain to them, says the author. Look, maybe it's just another method for her to express herself, but that doesn't change the fact that it hurts people. It's difficult. I can't imagine how it feels to be a youngster having to go to high school, he continued.